Hare Krishna. So, welcome to the online class. Today is a special Sunday lecture uh, by ISKM Jagannath Temple, Baleshwar. So, today we will be discussing about the chapter 9, test 31, how the Krishna has declared through the Arjuna that my devotee shall never perish. How he protected his devotee, we will discuss. Before we start, we offer our Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Chakkhurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं जन भूतले सोऽयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणशिरघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदं सगणललितां श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषाभानुसुत देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So thank you very much for attending the classes. Today is a Sunday special lecture by ISKM Baleshwar Jagannath Temple. So today we will be discussing the chapter 9 and test 31 verses. The beautiful verses Krishna has declared in Bhagavad Gita, that how he protect the devotee, how my devotee shall never perish actually. So in this beautiful verses you can see here in the screen that Krishna is speaking very nicely in this 931 verses that Kipram bhavati dharmatma saswa shantim na gacchati konteha pratijanihi na me bhakta pranashyati. So in these beautiful verses Krishna says he quickly becomes righteous, attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. So Krishna here very categorically has said that my devotee will never perish. That is the difference between devotee and demons. Non-devotee never said that my devotee, he never promised, he never declared that my non-devotee will never perish. No. Rather he said that non-devotee I cast them into the very abominable spaces in 16th chapter. So here in previous verses Krishna say even a devotee apicheshu durachara. Achara means activity, vyavahara, behavior. Durachara means bad behavior. Sudurachara means very abominable behavior. So apicheshu durachara bhajate mam ananya bhak. A devotee sometimes may be overwhelmed with illusion and affected by the mundane attitudes and commit some abominable activities accidentally. But Krishna here saying, but he is a devotee, he is engaged in devotional service. Sadhu revasya mantra, he is sadhu. Despite the accidental fall down or committing this abominable sudurachara, still he is considered as, Krishna has given an opinion of sadhu revasya mantra. Krishna has certified him as a sadhu, saintly person. Samyak vivasishta isa, he is rightly situated. Even if one commits most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. So, to become a devotee of the Lord, tremendous benefit, a gargantuan benefit. Krishna personally protect his devotee. So here Krishna says, even though he somehow accidentally fall down due to this, past activities, past bad habit, Krishna says, no. He is sadhu. Why is sadhu? Kipram bhavati dharmatma. Because he is engaging in devotional service, he is purified. He does not need any ritualistic ceremony or atonement. Because he is engaged in devotional service, particularly chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is purifying. It will purify. Kipram bhavati dharmatma. The devotional service to the Lord particularly begins with chanting, is very purifying. Sunnatam sokatha Krishna punya sarvana cheta darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. So cheta darpana marjanam, it is a purifying effect. This chanting, hearing process. Sunnatam sokatha sinvatam sokatha Krishna punya sravana kirtana udantastani avadrani vidhunati swastata. So this process, devotional service process, or Krishna consciousness process, is a purifying process. Because at present we are infected, we are contaminated, the soul is contaminated, and it is expressed through lust, anger, greed, so on and so forth. So this devotional service is a purifying agent. It purifies, like a sun purifies even a urine place. So as soon as we come in, engage in devotional service, we associate directly with the Supreme Lord, who is supremely pure. Consequently, we also get purified. Therefore, Krishna says that api kipram bhavati dharmatma santim saswa santini gacchati kaunteha pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. This assurance has been given by Krishna, that my devotee will never perish, shall never perish. In history also we have seen that many instances, that how Lord has protected his devotee. Prahlad Maharaj, Gajendra, Draupadi, Uttara, Ajamila, all this history we will go through today to establish this point, substantiated this point, that how Lord is very favorably disposed. Although he says in just 2 verses before, he says that samaham sarvabhutesu name deshwasti na priya. Krishna is equal. He is not, he is equal to everyone. But he tells that ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite tesu chapiham. But for devotee he is more attentive. Just like a father. Father is more attentive to an obedient son, although he is equal to all the children. Just like a person, charitable person, although he is very charitably disposed to all the children, but for his own children he has a special favor. So Krishna is a special favor. Yetu bhajanti tum mam bhaktya. Particularly for bhakti, those who are engaged in devotional service of the Lord, Lord has a special attention. Lord has a special attention that he protects his devotee from any accidental fall down. In these verses, Prabhupada has very nicely written the purport that I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend. Is in me, I am also a friend to him. So Prabhupada has given the purport that one may question here, that if Krishna is equal to everyone and no one is his special friend, then why does he take a special interest in the devotee who are always engaged in his transcendental service? But this is not the discrimination, it is natural. Prabhupada said that this is not a discrimination, this is natural. Any man in this material world may be charitably disposed, but he has a special interest in his own child. Lord claims that every living entity in whatever form is his son, so he provides everyone with a generous supply for the necessity of life. It's just like a cloud which pours rain all over, regardless whether it falls on rock or land or water. But for his devotees, he gives specific attention. For devotees, is specific attention. Therefore, Krishna says, you become devotee, Arjuna. Manmana bhava madbhakta. The supreme instruction in Bhagavad Gita. The most confidential knowledge Krishna has given in Bhagavad Gita, you become my devotee. Because once we become devotee, Lord says He will never fall down. If we want also to go away from Lord, Lord will not leave. Lord is so much obliged to His devotee, so much protective to His devotee, so much magnanimously disposed to His devotee. He will not let the devotee fall down. So Krishna says, Je jatha mang prapandyante stang tatheva bhajami ham. Yadrishi Shraddha tadrishi tradrishi bhajate. According to our Shraddha, accordingly Krishna reciprocates. So this is the speciality, this is the advantages of being a devotee of the Lord. That how Lord protects. Lord Himself declares that my devotee never perishes. So in the same things has been in Bhagavatam also, it is stated that this beautiful verse in 11.5.42, it is stated in these beautiful verses that Sopadam mulam bhajata priyasa taktena bhavasya hari pareshaha. This beautiful verses. One who has thus given up all engagement has taken full shelter of the lotus feet of Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is very dear to the Lord. Indeed, if such a surrendered soul accidentally commits some sinful activity, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is seated within everyone's heart, immediately takes away the reaction to such sin. So just like a sincere, obedient son, sometimes he may commit mistake, but the father forgives. Similarly, Krishna is a very affectionate father to particularly everyone, and whosoever surrender unto Him is very affectionate. So even though he commits any mistake, Krishna says, I protect. So Krishna is always protecting his devotee, declaring not himself but through his devotee, because sometimes he may declare and he may in history he may he may not keep his promise or declaration for the sake of devotee, just like in Kurukshetra he promised not to take weapon, but for the sake of his devotee Arjuna he took the weapons to kill Bhishma. So but here Krishna is declaring through his devotee, Kaunteya pratijanihi, because if my devotee declares, I will never fall to keep the promise. So that is the significance of this verses. Krishna is making a promise through his devotee, and he himself in Bhagavatam also it is said that in 3:29-39, the beautiful verses Kapil Dev is telling, no one is dear to Supreme Personality of Godhead, nor is anyone his enemy or friend, but he gives inspiration to those who have not forgotten him, destroy those who have. So Krishna is very, very here, he gives inspirations, those who have not forgotten. Devotees never forget Krishna, always. Devotee, symptoms of devotee means satatam kirtanta mama yatantasya duddavata namasyantasya manam madabhakta nitya yukta upasate. Always they think of Krishna, manmana bhava, always thinking of Krishna. That is the symptom of devotee. So they never forgot, therefore Krishna gives inspiration. But the demons, they forgot, they don't care. In 15, they do not care for the Lord, they forgot the Lord. They are engaged in this, they are engaged in this process of enjoying sense gratification process without God. They think themselves as a God. They do not care for the God. They do not surrender to God. So as a result, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita has a different treatment for them. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, those who are very envious or mischievous, Krishna says that Khipami ajasram asuban asurisya jonisu. See, a devotee, Krishna says, even though he fall down, He is a sadhu and I protect him. He will never be defeated. On the other hand, for non-devotee, Krishna says, Khipami ajasram asuban asurisya jonisu. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demoniac species. So those who are non-devotee, I cast them into the abominable species, the different treatment. Because by that treatment they will somehow, they will come out, they will realize, and they will become gradually elevate. But for devotee, he is very attentive. Even though he commits mistake, Krishna say, I protect and my devotee will never, and he is a sadhu. So to become a devotee is how much advantageous. Sometimes they criticize devotee. How much advantageous? Krishna gives a blank check to devotee. Whatever you want, I give. Krishna even says that I give to myself to the devotee. I am under the control of my devotee. I give myself to the devotee. That is the equation, you know. So it is stated in the Daubhutta Sargolokesmi Daiva Asura Evacha. There are two kind of living entity, devotees and demons. Devotees means Vishnu Bhakta Smrita Bhavet Deva. That is stated in the Padma Purana. Here it is also Krishna say. And Tad Viparjaya, Asura means Tad Viparjaya. They are just opposite. They are not Abhakta, Vishnu Abhakta. They are called Asura or non-devotees. Non-devotees are asuras only. They are called asuras. Vishnu Bhakta means those devotees of Krishna only Deva. Daiva and asuras. So the Daiva, those who are devotee, Krishna has a very favorable. Not only that, he said in this beautiful verses that how much is favorable to the devotees. In this beautiful verses 325, 37. In these verses, Krishna says that, thus because he is completely absorbed in thought of me, the devotee does not desire even the highest benediction obtainable in upper planetary system, including Satyaloka. He does not desire 8 material perfection obtained from the mystic yoga, nor does he desire to be elevated to the kingdom of God. Yet even without desiring them, devotee enjoyed even in this life all the offered benediction. Krishna giving a blank check. They do not want. Devotee is very happy with the Lord. They have no material desire. Anya Vilasita Sunyam. But Krishna gives everything. Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Yudhishthira Maharaj, within 18 days, he finished this, war, Kurukshetra war, and made this Yudhishthira Maharaj as a Chakravarti Samrat, the emperor of the three world, emperor of the world, within 18 days. So that is the advantages of becoming a devotee of the Lord. So Krishna says, Manu, you become my devotee. Manmana bhava mad bhakta. You become my devotee. So we have seen that many cases in next verses also. There is a very nice next 2 verses is also very nicely spoken. The Lord continued, my dear mother, devotee who receives such transcendental opulences are never bereft of them. Neither weapons nor the change of time can destroy such opulences. Because the devotee accept me as their friend, their relative, their son, preceptor, benefactor, supreme deity, they cannot be deprived of their position anytime. So Krishna permanently gives them the benediction, and that cannot be destroyed. It is a lasting benediction, lasting mercy. And finally Krishna says very nice verses in this these 2 verses. In these 2 verses, Krishna says that The devotee who worships me, the all-pervading Lord of the universe, in unflinching devotional service, gives up all aspiration to be promoted to heavenly planet or to become happy in this world with wealth, children, cattle, home, anything in relation with the body. I take him to the other side of the death and birth. That is the another advantage. Krishna says, I will take them other side. This side is birth and death, this is old age, Pavarga. Apavarga is other side, Vaikuntha. Baitarani Nadi, which divided the both material world and spiritual world. So Krishna says, I cross them, I take them to the other side of the birth and death. They become immortal. They attain this Vaikuntha planet, Krishna planet. That is the advantages of being a devotee. And we have practically seen many cases. Let us go through the case of Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj was a very surrendered devotee of the Lord, but his father was demons. He was torturing, he was being tormented, tortured by his father. What is his fault? He is a Krishna consciousness. He is a devotee. That is his fault. But father was against the Vishnu. He is Asura. Asuras are against the Vishnu, Krishna, God. They are very envious, mischievous. So he was torturing him in so many varieties way, throwing from these hills, trampling below the elephant, trampled by the elephant, surrounded by snakes, throwing him surrounded by snakes. In this way he was tortured, but he was protected by the Lord himself. And finally he wanted to administer this poison, but that did not work. Then he was very angry, Hiranyakasipu. He asked, who is giving you this strength? Who is protecting you? Prahlad Maharaj. Because a devotee knows that he is always protected by the Lord. Because the devotee is always dependent. The nature of the devotee is that a nature of surrendering process. Avasya rakhibe Vishwasa. Avasya rakhibe Krishna. That firm faith is that Krishna will protect. That is one of the limbs, parameters of surrendering process. Krishna will surely protect. Definitely. That has a firm faith in devotees. 2200 in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says that the 6 process of surrendering. One of them, Vishwasa Rakhibe Krishna. There is firm faith that Krishna will protect. So Prahlad Maharaj is telling, yes, the Krishna is the same source I am getting, the same source you are getting the strength, I am also getting the strength. So he is very furious, Prahlad, Hiranyakasipu's father, and he was asking, where is your Vishnu, where is your God? You are telling he is everywhere. Prahlad Maharaj says he is everywhere, and he is the source of strength of yours and mine. Then his father was very much angry, furious, challenged his son, Prahlad, where is your Vishnu? You are telling he is everywhere. Everywhere. Is he in this pillar? Show me that. This is beautifully, in these beautiful verses, 7, 8, 12, excellent verses. These verses is telling, Koso yadisa sarvatra kasmas tambenna disyate. Hiranyakasipu challenged his son Prahlad. You are telling Lord is everywhere, all pervading. He is telling, is he there in Stamba? O most unfortunate Prahlad, you have always described a supreme being other than me, a supreme being who is above everything, who is all pervading. Where is he? He is everywhere. Then why he is not present before me in this pillar? His challenge, Prahlad Maharaj. And Prahlad Maharaj is answering, yes, he is there. Because you are speaking nonsense, I shall now sever your head from your body. Now let me see your most worshipable God come to protect you. I want to see it. So he was very furious. His father Hiranyakasipu, the great demons. So he told that now I will sever the head. Where is your God? He is not there in the pillar. You are speaking big thing, nonsense. that he is everywhere, he will protect me, so and so forth. He is everywhere. Being obsessed with anger, Hiranyakasipu was very great in bodily and strength, thus chastised his exalted devotee son Prahlad with harsh word, cursing him again and again. Hiranyakasipu took off his sword, got up from his royal throne with great anger, struck his fist against the column. So he is very, very angry, and he tried to break these pillars. Then from within pillar came a fearful sound which appeared to crack the covering of the universe. Oh my dear Yudhishthira, this sound reached even the abodes of demigods like Lord Brahma. When the demigods heard it, they thought, oh now our planet are being destroyed. While showing his extraordinary prowess, Hiranyakasipu desired to kill his own son, heard that wonderful and tumultuous sound which had never before been heard. Upon hearing the sound, the other leaders of the demons were afraid. None of them could find the origin of that sound. Then this is the beautiful verses that substantiated how Lord is so favorably disposed to his devotee, and he is keeping his promise that Kaunteya Name Bhakta Pranashyati, my devotee shall never perish. In these beautiful verses, Satyam Vidatum Nijabhutyavasitam Vyaptim Chabhuteshu Akhilacha Atmana Adishyatta Adbhuta Rupam Udbahan Stambe Savayam Namurgam Namanusam. In these beautiful verses, it is stated to prove that statement of his servant Prahlad Maharaj was substantial. In other words, to prove that Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari exhibited a wonderful form never before seen. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion. Thus the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. So here we can see that how when the devotee was challenged by the demons, Hiranyakasipu, his own father, see, that is the problem. See how the demons has no quality. Those who are non-devotee has no quality. Even his own son is the enemy. He wanted to kill. Therefore it is stated that one is Krishna consciousness. He is endowed with all good quality. Even Arjuna was ready to forgive all these mischievous activities of his kinsmen, Duryodhana and company. So ready to. He is not Jasyati Govinda Ukta. I shall not fight Govinda. See, that is Vaishnava quality, so compassionate. But on the other hand, the demons has no good quality. There cannot be any good quality. Jasyasti Bhakti Bhagavati Akinchana. Bhagavatam says that a devotee only can endow with good qualities. Although his own son is ready to kill him because he is God consciousness, he is a devotee. That is the difference between a demoniac, the quality of a demons, and the nature of a demons, nature of a devotees. So here Krishna, Nrsimhadev, he, in order to protect his devotees, Satyam Vidatum Nijavurtyavasitam, to substantiate the statement of his devotee that he is present everywhere. He is present in this pillar. He came out from the pillar in a very wonderful form. Na Murga na Manusam, Narahari Narsingha Avatar. And immediately killed this rascal Hiranyakasipu. Therefore, don't mess with devotee. Krishna already said, my devotee will never be defeated. Immediately, within no minute, finish it. Although he was given so much benediction by Brahma not to be killed by day, night, inside, outside, any weapon, human, and so many protection, so many insurance, so many security. But all security has been broken by the Lord. At once he did a surgery, heart surgery, took out his, torn apart his chest. That is Lord. He can go to any extent to protect his devotees. He never cares. He is so furious. That is the instant, that is the history, that is the historical instant, that how Lord is, substantiating this point when he declared to Arjuna that Kaunteya pratijani name bhakta pranasati, my devotee will never perish. He has established Prahlad Maharaj in case of Prahlad Maharaj. Same thing in case of Ajamila. Ajamila was a very good sincere devotee, engaged in devotional service. But due to the bad association of prostitute, he gave up all good qualities. He stopped all this worshipping the Lord, engaged in all kind of abominable activities, all kind of sinful activities, intoxication, gambling, prostitution, and so on and so forth. Meat eating and so on and so forth. At the time of death, the Yamaraj came to take away his soul. But that time, because he has done some devotional service at the time of death, somehow he uttered the name of the Narayan, and also he has done some kind of devotional service in his youth. Krishna acknowledges, immediately sent his messenger to stop from being punished, and he liberated. He brought him back to Vaikuntha. So to become a devotee, even the little bit of Swalpamapi asya dharmasya trayate mahatapayat, even a little bit of little engagement in this devotional service protects from the greatest of danger. Therefore, in this connection to Ajamila story, there is a beautiful verse spoken by Yamaraj. Jivana bhakti bhagavat guna nama dayam chetas na smaranti tas charanar vinda khe krishnaya nanamanti yashira kadapi tan anyadham asatokita vishnu kritayan. My dear servant, please bring to me only those sinful persons who do not use their tongue to chant holy name and quality of Krishna, whose heart do not remember lotus feet of Krishna even once, whose hands do not bow down even before the Lord Krishna. Send me those who do not perform their duty towards Vishnu, which are only duty in human life. Please bring me all such fools and rascals. Yamaraj says that those who are non-devotee, bring them. They are liable to punish. But for devotees, immediately say, don't bring them, because te deva siddha pragita pavitra gatha yes sadhava samadrisya bhagavata prapanna. Those who are bhagavata prapanna, those who are sadhava, don't go there. They are protected by the Gada, mace of Vishnu, mace of Krishna. Tano pasidata harer gadaya viguptan naisam bhayam na chavaya prabhavam dande. My dear servant, please do not approach the devotee, for they have fully surrendered to the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are equal to everyone, and their narration are sung by the demigods and the inhabitant of Siddhaloka. Please do not even go near to them. They are always protected by the club of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, Lord Brahma, even the time factor not competent to chastise them. Even the demigod cannot chastise the devotees. Therefore, the Mahajana, one of the Mahajana, Yamaraj, is warning, admonishing to his messenger, never go near to devotees. They are protected by this mace of Vishnu, never go. That is the advantage, gargantuan, stupendous advantage of being a devotee of the Lord. They are always protected by the Krishna, the God. Just like Bali Maharaj, when was sent to Sutala planet, and Lord promised, because of his surrendering everything to him, Lord promised to become a god. And when Ravana came one time, and Lord kicks him miles away. So Lord is always protected to his devotee. This is the story of Prahlad Maharaj, Ajamila also. And another story is Gajendra. The Gajendra, the king elephant, he was trapped he was dragged in the water by crocodiles, and there was a big fight, went on 10,000 years. Because of water, the crocodile became very stronger and stronger, and the elephant Gajendra was very weak. Then he was praying to the Supreme Lord, and he saw that Krishna, the Vishnu, is coming, sitting in the back of Garuda, holding the Sudarshan. So immediately he prayed. This is beautiful verses. नारायण अखिल भगवान नारायण Guru Bhagavan Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. The beautiful verses 8:332. Gajendra had been forcefully captured by the crocodile in the water and was feeling acute pain. But when he saw that Narayana wielding his discs was coming in the sky on the back of Garuda, he immediately took a lotus flower in his trunk. With a great difficulty due to his painful condition, he uttered the following one: O my Lord Narayana, O Master, O Master of the universe, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisance unto me. See, the Gajendra saw that Lord is coming, immediately took the lotus flower and offered to the Lord. Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline, Nama Pankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankaja. So he offered this lotus flower to the Lord. Akhila Bhagavana Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavana Namaste. O Master of the universe, O Narayana, O Supreme Lord, I offer my obeisance. Simply by offering obeisance, the Lord came and protected his Gajendra from being killed by the crocodile. The next verses it is said that thereafter, seeing the Gajendra in such an aggrieved position, the unborn Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, immediately got down from the back of Garuda by his causeless mercy, pulled the king of the elephant along with crocodile out of water. Then in the presence of all demigods who were looking on the Lord, severed the crocodile mouth from its body with a disc. In this way saved Gajendra, the king of the elephant. So how the Lord is so magnanimous. Sakrideva Prapannasya. The beautiful verse is Sakrideva Prapannasya Tabasmiti Yat Acharit. This verses is there in this Ramayana Yuddhakanda. Lord Ram say Sakriteva Prapannasya. In these verses, when Vibhishan came to Ram for shelter, Sakriteva Prapannesya Tabasmiti Chayachate Abhayam Sarvada Tasmai Dadami Etad Vratam Mama. Abhayam Sarvada Tasmai Dadami Etad Vratam Mama. Here Lord Ramachandra promised that it is my vow that if one only one seriously surrender unto me, saying, my dear Lord, from this day I am yours, and prays to me for fearlessness, I shall immediately award fearlessness to that person. He will always remain safe from that time on. See how Lord is so magnanimous, unlimitedly magnanimous Lord. Anybody wants even say, I surrender unto me. Here Gajendra, he saw that Narayana coming and took the lotus flower and spraying that Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavana Namaste, and Krishna, so disposed, immediately got down from the Garuda, running towards them, leaped both of them and brandished his celestial weapon Chakra Raj Sudarshan, beheaded crocodile and saved this elephant, King Gajendra, King Elephant King Gajendra. So that is his so merciful Lord is toward devotee, so magnanimously disposed, mercifully disposed to the devotees, Here Lord Ramachandra also same thing. When Vibhishan came, everybody told, no, let us, he is the brother of Ravana, he is our enemy's brother. So let him kill actually. On the way let him kill. But Ram said, no, let him come first. Let us know his intention. Except Hanuman, everybody was agreed to the point of killing Vibhishan even on the way, because the demons are very mystical. If they come near, they may do some harm. So they decided to kill on the process. But Lord Ramachandra and Hanuman both protested, no, let him come, let us know his intention. And Vibhishan came, and first thing Vibhishan did is he bowed down before the Lord Ram. And Lord Ram immediately spoke these verses. Sakriteva prapannasya tava smiti chayachate dadami sarvada. What is that? Abhaya sarvada tasmai dadami vratam mama. Abhaya sarvada tasmai dadami vratam mama. Those who surrender to me, I shall protect him. So not only that, he immediately made him the king of Lanka. For my devotee, I can give everything. Everybody was protesting, oh, you have not defeated the Ravana, now you have given him the Lanka, crowned him as a king of Lanka. What happened if Ravana won? Krishna said, Lord Ram said, never mind, I will give him Ayodhya. Lord is so disposed, I can give anything, my devotee surrender me. Even Ravana come also, surrender unto me, I will forgive him. So devotee means they are always surrendered soul. So they are always protected by the Lord, by Sudarshan Chakra, Gada. All this 400 form, Krishna is holding this Gada and Chakra to protect his devotees and annihilate these miscreants. So this is another instance how Lord has substantiated this point that Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. And in case of Draupadi also, it is same thing. Draupadi was in a very precarious situation in the assembly, in the very asabhya sabha. Asabhya means uncivilized assembly. It has been described in Mahabharata. It is a very uncivilized assembly. Although they all were Aryans, but because a female was humiliated, like a devotee, female as exalted female, like Draupadi was humiliated and attempted to be disrobed in front of every male, everybody there in assembly. So therefore it is a asabhya, it is a very uncivilized assembly. So Draupadi was trying to protect, but he could not protect. He is asking help from his husband Pandavas and other very respectable personality like Bhishma, Drona, but nobody could help us. So Dushasan, the younger brother of Duryodhan, was disturbing, trying to, at that time, he completely raised his two hands and prayed that He Govinda, He Dwaraka Vasini, He Krishna Gopijana Priya, He Natha Ramanatha Brajanatha Dinasanam, Prapanam Tam Govinda, Pahimam Tvam, Pahimam Govinda, Prapanam Tvam, Pahimam Govinda, Kuru Madhye Bhasiditam. I am drowning in the assembly of Kuru. Hey Govinda, hey Dwaraka Vasini, oh Krishna Gopijana Priya, please protect me. So by hearing the fervent prayers of Draupadi, immediately Lord comes and provided unlimited length of cloth, thus protected the modesty of Draupadi. This is the instance how Krishna substantiated the point that my devotee will never perish. The same instance happened another time. The cruel-minded, the notorious Duryodhan, he invited Durvasa The great sage Durvasa with 10,000 disciples. Durvasa has got 10,000 disciples. So he invited them and fed them very nicely, and they were very happy. And Durvasa Muni asked any benediction, and he requested, you go to Pandavas, but you go afternoon time. Why? Because the Pandavas afternoon time, if they cannot provide if everything is finished, all the food, then they cannot provide the lunch to this, food to the Durvasa and his disciple. Then Durvasa Muni will become enraged, who is very notorious, celebrated as very enraged personality. He will enrage and curse Pandavas. So that was his very vicious plan. Then one time, then Durvasa Muni went to the Pandavas, and they were greeted by Yudhishthira Maharaj, and they went to, because it is a noon time, they went for the bathing, and they told, we will come back and take prasadam, take the food. So Durvasa Muni along with 10,000 disciples, they went to river nearby to take bath, to complete the noon rituals. And now the Draupadi and all, they were in very anxious, because nothing is left. Everybody has taken prasadam. Draupadi has been given a benediction that he can. Then that time he was very much anxious what to do. Nothing is left. Then he prayed Krishna, and Krishna immediately appeared. He told that I am very hungry. So Draupadi told, what is this? No, I am very hungry, bring something. No, I have called you because there is nothing left. And Durvasa Muni came along with 10,000 disciples. They are going to, they went for the noon rituals, they will come back, and we do not have anything to serve them. Now Krishna was very adamant, no, there must be something. You go and check. Then Draupadi checked that there was one morsel of rice is there. One bit of rice. And that rice, Krishna said, bring it. And Krishna took that. Not only took that, after taking, Krishna yawning, oh, I am so full. When he yawning, because Krishna means, Krishna is everything. When he was taking that food, everybody become, all the Durvasa and the disciple, when they are taking bath, they feel like they were all full, akantha bodhana. So they decided better not to go to Yudhishthira Maharaj. If we go there and do not take prasadam, that is a contempt of hospitality. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is very dharmaraj, and he may, that is a bad things for us. So they left that places without even going to Yudhishthira Maharaj. In this way Krishna saved. So there are so many instances Krishna has saved his own devotees. Uttara also, in Uttara, Parikshit Maharaj, when this Aswastama sent this Brahmastra, and Brahmastra was about to destroy the wombs of Uttara, the Parikshit Maharaj was there. So Lord, when Uttara came and praying, oh Krishna, very nice prayer of Uttara is there. So please protect me. Nobody but you can only protect me. Although there are Pandavas were there, Krishna was about to leave these places, leave Hastinapur to go to Dwaraka. Everything was set, ready. Everything was set, everything was ready. He already boarded in chariot actually. He was about to leave, and now now Uttara came running, even without approaching all the Pandavas, those who were hero in Mahabharata, but straight he came to the Krishna. He is praying that, my Lord, please protect me, something is coming, something is burning my, destroying my womb. Krishna immediately went inside in a small fire, Paramatma is inside, and protected the Parikshit Maharaj, protected the womb. So there are so many instances that Lord has substantiated this point, that my devotee shall never perish. That is the benediction, that is the declaration of the Lord to whole world, that my devotee will never perish. You cannot make any harm to my devotee. He is under my protection. They are all under my protection. Pratijani kunte name bhakta pranasat. There is no such history that Krishna devotee has been in a very precarious situation. Krishna has always protected them. Although seemingly the Pandavas were undergoing so much tribulations, they were usurped, their kingdom usurped, his wife insulted, even Devaki, Vasudev, they were also inside jail. But that was the impetus, that was Krishna's mercy, so that to strengthen their devotion to the Lord. That is not that Krishna is not protecting them. Krishna is always there to strengthen their devotion. Krishna, this they are undergoing, because in a distressed condition we are always turning into the Lord. When we are in a very happy condition, prosperous condition, prosperity, nobody likes to come to Krishna. So in this, in a very exceptional situation where devotees are undergoing tribulation, that is understood that the tenukam pansu sumikhamana, it's a favor of Krishna to strengthen the devotion. So in this way Krishna has proved throughout this history. So many other instances there, like Parikshit Maharaj. Krishna arranged Parikshit Maharaj 7 days away hearing, he was liberated. So many way Krishna is saving his devotees and declaring that my devotee will never perish. So this is the sum and substances of these verses. So today we understood that how it is so much advisable, advantageous to become a devotee. Therefore Krishna concluded that manmana bhava madabhakta, the supreme instruction Krishna is giving 18 chapter 64, that I am giving you, Arjuna, the supreme instruction, confidential knowledge, parama bacham, the supreme instruction, manmana bhava madabhakta. You think of me, you become my devotee. You become my devotee and you worship me, offer homage to me. I promise, manmana bhava madabhakta madjaji mam namaskuru mama vasyasi konte pratijini priyos mam vasyasi konte pratijini priyosimi. I promise that you will come to me. That is what Krishna's advice to Arjuna, that sarvadharma parityada mam ekam saranam bhaja. You surrender unto me, you become my devotee. You just think of me by chanting my name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. In this way we can conquer the Lord. You do not have to do anything, simply and become a devotee of the Lord. Then Krishna say, I give everything to my devotee. Before I ending, I will show you one verses. Krishna say, for my devotee I give everything. I will show you 2 verses. Krishna says in these verses that everything that can be achieved by fruitive activity, penance, knowledge, detachment, mystic yoga, charity, religious duty, all other means of perfecting life, easily achieved by my devotee through loving service unto me. If somehow or other my devotee desires promotion to heaven, liberation, or residence in my abode, he easily achieves such benediction. See, Krishna say everything can be achieved, simply you become a devotee. Once you become a devotee, you achieve everything. Even Bhagavad Gita also 8:28, Krishna says that once engaged in devotional service means he has got everything, he is certified. Even though he is of a lowest Chandala, but if he is chanting the holy name of the Lord, he is engaged in the service, he is worshipable. Aho bhato sopacha gariyan ye jivagre vartate tubhyam namam. Even a Chandala, the dog eater, if he is chanting the holy name, he is a devotee, he is worshipable. Krishna say, Aho bhattu sopacha gariyan. Once you become a devotee, one is glorious, worshipable even by the demigods. Demigods, they wanted to kill Prahlad Maharaj in the womb. But Narada Muni stopped them when he informed them he is a devotee, Mahabhagavata. Immediately the demigods headed by Indra, they were circumambulating Kayadu, the mother of Prahlad Maharaj. That time Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb. So how the exalted position of devotees, to become a devotee is not is not some trivial things. It is a very exalted position. Krishna is here telling that I give everything to my devotee. Because my devotee possess saintly behavior, deep intelligence, they completely dedicate themselves to me, do not desire anything besides me. Indeed, even I offer them liberation from birth and death, they do not accept. They are very good. They do not accept anything, only Krishna only. So therefore, Krishna is sold out to them. Krishna say, I am sold out. I give myself to my devotee. In this beautiful verses, Krishna is telling that I give myself to my devotees, The beautiful verses is there. Forget what is that. 10 48 26. In this verses 10 48 26, Krishna say, I give myself to my devotees. When a learned person should approach anyone but you for the shelter, when you are affectionate, grateful, truthful, well-wisher of your devotees, to those who worship you in the sincere friendship, you reward everything they desire, even your own self, yet you never increase and diminish. Krishna gives own self to his devotee. Therefore Krishna says, Aham bhakta paradina aswatantra ivadijya. When Durvasa Muni was trying to kill Amrish Maharaj, Lord Sudarshana Chakra, the weapon of the Lord, chasing the Durvasa Muni. He went to Brahma. Brahma told, I cannot protect you. Better you go away. Otherwise Brahmaloka will be burnt by the Sudarshan Chakra. Then Lord Shiva, he approached to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva said that this is not my weapon, I cannot do. Better you go to the Vishnu. This is his weapon. This is my weapon is Pasupat. This is not my weapon, I cannot do anything. Then he approached to Vishnu. When approached to Vishnu, Vishnu say, no, I cannot do. Although it is my weapon, I cannot, because Aham Bhakta Paradina. I cannot go beyond my Bhakta. I am under the Bhakta. Because you have offended my Bhakta, I cannot do. My weapon also will not obey me. You have to go and surrender and ask forgiveness to my devotees. So Vishnu himself could not do. He told, no, I am under the devotees. Aham Bhakta Paradina Aswatantra Ivadijya. In these beautiful verses, Krishna says that Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Aham Bhakta Paradhina Aswatantra Ivadijya Sadhuvir Grasta Hudaye Bhaktir Bhakta Jana Priya. In these beautiful verses, it says that the Supreme Personality of Godhead said to the Brahmana, I am completely under the control of my devotee. Indeed, I am not at all independent. Because my devotee were completely devoid of material desires, I sit only within the course of their heart. What to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotee of my devotee are dear to me. So Krishna says, I am under the control of my devotee. I am not at all independent. The supremely independent personality comes under the control of his devotee. Therefore, devotees are always protected by the Lord in all circumstances. Krishna always very attentive. There are so many instances in Jagannath story how Lord Jagannath has protected his devotees. So we can understand this point that how devotees are always under the shelter of the Lord lotus feet, under the protection of the Lord. Nothing can harm them. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Jai Bhagavad Gita ki jai.